I truly wish more people understood the tariffs that President Trump is implementing. I wish more people knew what kind of freedom that's going to give the American people. President Trump is trying to use these tariffs to get rid of taxes. And I'm telling you guys, he is very smart. That's how the country was ran before taxes. I truly have a hard time understanding how anybody could be against that. I understand maybe not liking him, but who could be against getting rid of taxes? Who is against having more money in your pocket? The only people that could be against that are the people who has truly never paid taxes. Before you complain and talk about how terrible it is, give him the opportunity to show you. I hope all you guys are having a wonderful day. It's a beautiful day here in the state of Kentucky. God bless each and every one of you.
And this is why your party sucks. Did you vote for her or did you sit that one out?
No, I voted for her.
You voted for Kamala. Why? Just because
Because
you're
I
Trump?
vote- very rational.
No, hold on.
I'll answer you.
What did you? I want to hold on. You voted. This is what drives me crazy about your side. You guys
I
voted
for the lesser of two evils.
That is what policy were you going for? What do you think that she was going to do different? What can you possibly? I would rather have you sit that one out, Sam. Go ahead.
I'll tell you.
Go ahead.
She was not going to cut Social Security functioning. She's not going to cut the USDA. She's not going to cut the FDA. She's not going to lose us $500 billion worth of return on investment with the IRS. She's not going to cut the Bureau of Labor Statistics. She's not going to cut 300
investment
return on investment.
Theft.
Every dollar that you give to the IRS, we get 6 or 7 back. She's not going to cut the museum
Did you
and
just
library.
say that?
Google it. Every dollar spent at the IRS gets 6 back in return. They're anticipating the cuts from Doge. The cuts from Doge are going to cost our government $500 billion.
According to who?
Studies suggest.
All right, I undersold it a little bit.
According to who?
And Elon Musk, you think Elon Musk is a net positive or net negative for society for what he's doing? And pointing out what the hell these people have been screwing us for all these years, and he's pointing out. You guys are mad at the person pointing out who robbed from you than the actual robber. That's the truth, bro. Yeah, he's a billionaire. You think he's doing it because he needs the money?
What fraud has he found?
What do you mean? How much fraud has he found?
Yeah, where's the person who is going to be indicted for fraud?
Well, what about the waste?
What waste?
Because it's not. Stop it, Sam.
What waste? They just cut the agency that provides $295 million to museums and libraries. You appreciate libraries, don't you? I know how much reading is
Sam,
important to you.
Sam,
and
you're pinpointing
your
the
kids.
one good thing that they probably did.
Wait,
what about the waste of countries all around the world for LGBTQ agendas in Rwanda or something?
The money you're talking about
Do you want money
is
going
a
to
fraction of a percentage. And if we wanted to get rid of that money, there is a way of doing it, and that is to have Congress vote and reverse what they authorized in the first place.
Sam.
But to have a billionaire come in and decide based upon what his personal preferences are that he's going to cut government in this way, I'm sorry, that's not democracy. It's not even remotely close to it.
He doesn't have.
What was the open border for? Why was the border open for 4 years? Answer me that question.
First of all, the border was not open.
Give me are you kidding me? Look at the. What do you mean the border wasn't open? Are you? Hold on. Did you smoke before you came in here? That's ridiculous.
By the way, Vinny, here's the part.
You're full of it, bro.
Here's the part.
Get out of here.
Sam, here's the part. When I hear this, okay.
Anybody can look at that video. The things you were saying yesterday was a complete sack of lies or just misinformation.
To be honest with me,
immigration year over year over year. Type in illegal immigration year over year.
The fact that you're saying the border wasn't wide open. How many deaths have happened? How many fentanyl deaths have happened per year while your freaking president Joe Biden was in office? How many? Hold on. How many Americans died just from fentanyl? And you're saying the border wasn't wide open? We've had the most illegal entry in 4 years in the history of the country. This is why. Let me finish. And this is why your party sucks. This is why your party is at 29% approval
20%.
because you got 20. Thank you.
I was thinking about this. We are the richest country on the planet, one of the richest countries. Why does it look like ass? Like, really think about that for a second. Like, when you're driving, if you're not in like Florida or California or the coast of like Oregon or whatever, it's like this place looks like shit. And we have so much money. Like I'm thinking of like Europe and Japan and all the architecture like across the world and how beautiful it looks. Why don't we have like rose gold fucking buildings and like why does the Kmart's and like all of the stores look like shit? Like I don't know. I'm just thinking in my head, I'm closing my eyes and I can imagine like what a country, like look at China, like Shanghai, like the coast, like all those videos you see, that's like no joke, stunning, beautiful, high tech. You would think America would look like that with the amount of money that we have, but it just looks like, ugh, you know what I mean?
You would deceive me, and now I'm left alone and
Well, it has officially happened. I have been personally impacted by the tariffs. I am going on a trip and I wanted to look cute on the trip, so I ordered some clothes, okay? I thought I was all good. I placed the order at the end of March before any of the tariff stuff happened. I ordered it from the UK, not a big deal. Actually, doesn't matter where you order it from, matters where it's made. So I got hit with this hot little bill from FedEx, $372. Of that $372, most of that is coming from one particular item. I ordered this cute little sweater vest. See this picture here? Made in China. So my $58 sweater vest went to almost $200 because of this 125% tariff for Chinese goods, because it was not made in America, it was made in China. These tariffs don't affect the companies. They're just gonna pass the cost on to us. I took economics in college and it's been a while, but tariffs are bad economic policy, and that's a hill I'll die on. Well, I didn't vote for this. Why do I have to find out?
How are you going to stop a man, a normal man, going into a woman's toilets and saying, I'm a trans man? And so I think we have to look at
I don't follow that logic.
Why?
Because the point is that we're saying that people who are biologically men shouldn't be using women's toilets. That's the point of this ruling, among other things.
But a trans man is biologically a woman.
Someone who's transitioned from being a woman to a man is...
And so they would then have to use women's toilets.
I think this...
And that's the problem. That is the problem, and that's what concerns me.
I'll be honest, this is something that we can talk about an awful lot more and debate an awful lot more, and I thank both of you for doing it in a respectful way.
Yeah, it's a genuinely contentious one.
Yeah.
Since the beginning of time, men have been at the head of the Catholic Church, but now it's time for a woman. It's time for a woke, a woman pope. With a woke, finally, the body of Christ will be gluten-free at communion. Women have been making people feel guilty for centuries, and now we're ready to take it to the next level. We're amazing at confessionals because we love hearing other people's gossip. Oh, that's actually a really unflattering angle. Can you go up and point down? Is that more flattering? Do I look tiny? With a WOPE, no longer will you have cheap wine at communion. At the least, we'll have Kim Crawford. And let's face it, statistically, we're less likely to touch your kids.
Peace be with you.
And also with you, Queen.
The Vatican. What, like it's hard?
How's your kid? Is it talking yet?
She's 3 months.
Do they like not do that yet, or?
You look really tired. Does it like not sleep through the night, or like
No,
what?
it's 3 months old.
Yeah. So it doesn't? Forgot to tell you, I'm having a party next week, 9 p.m. casino. Be there, bring the baby. I know you're the only one of the friends that like got knocked up. I'm like, it's okay. We are not going to forget about you.
Thank you.
And you can do everything we can do. It's like you just have a puppy. You just have to bring it with you, you know? I totally need to come over next week. I have a baseball mitt and a baseball, and I thought I could teach it to throw.
I mean, all she really does is like eat, sleep, and poop.
Oh my god. So real for that.
There's an office and a building and a person and a chair, and you paid for it all, though you may be unaware. You paid for the paper, you paid for the phone, you paid for everything they need to deny you what you're owed. There ain't no you in United Health, there ain't no me in the company, there ain't no us in the private trust. There's hardly humans in humanity. Now the procedure that you're needing ain't the cost-effective route, and only 2% of people end up winning a dispute. So if you get sick, pray to God for help, cause your doctor's gotta pray to United Health. Way back in 77, Mr. Richard T. Burke started buying HMOs, putting federal grants to work, made 50 billion buckaroos. Last year the Warren Buffett of health, the Jeff Bezos of fear. Now CEOs come and go, and one just went. The ingredient you got, bake the cake you get. But if you get sick, cross your fingers for luck, cause old Richard T. Burke ain't giving a fuck. Commoditized health, monopolized fraud. Here's the doctors we own and the research we bought. They own the pharmacies and a lot of the meds. They should start buying graves to sell us when we're all dead. There ain't no you in United Health, there ain't no me in the company, there ain't no us in the private trust. There's hardly humans in humanity. There's hardly humans in humanity.
Hey, One Piece.
He ain't took 2
Man, who the fuck might eat all that?
Oh, shit.
Man, no,
Oh,
man,
my God, bro.